Hello everyone, welcome to Cabin of Reza. This is Reza and this is our daily sports show. We talk about all kinds of sports here. And there are a lot to talk about. Yesterday was Sunday, so you can imagine. We review all the games from yesterday and all the events that are happening today, the ones that at least catches our eyes. Let's go with the games. Let's go with the games of today first. We're going backwards here at this today. Everton against Sunderland, the only game that remained from Premier League. Kind of interesting, both of them. I think Sunderland is doing even better than Everton. It's weird to say, but it seems true. So they have the game, last game of Premier League. Sunderland can have a little bit of a better chance. So we should see. Real Oviedo, I don't know how to pronounce it right if I want to be honest, against Osasuna. Not much to say. Yeah, I don't think I'll watch that game. Sassuolo against Genoa. Genoa didn't win a single game yet. With three other Serie A teams like Pisa, Fiorentina, and Hellas Verona, we go back to those. And Lazio against Cagliari. These are the games for today. It will be an exciting game. The games to come in the week: Champions League, NFL, F1. Chess can get a little bit more interesting for the World Cup, and there are a lot to see. But for now, for today, that's all. Let's go through the games. So let's talk first a little bit about some controversies because to I missed to say this one. But Ronaldo had scored two goals for Al Nassr. I actually wrote it down, but it was missed between all the news in Saturday. And there were a lot of controversy because people were saying that the league and the officials are favoring Ronaldo to make him satisfied to stay in the Saudis, and it's a lot of money for them to pay and to receive and for advertisement. So they're giving him penalties and everything, so he finally get a cup or a win. It even went to a Instagram kind of war, kind of, or not like putting a stories making fun of Ronaldo and officiating. So that's that. Just for you to know that it's going on. Um, the most important game of last night was Rome against Milan. It could change the top of the league in Serie A or European competition, top four or top seven or whatever. It could change it, and Rome had the chance to go to the top of the league, and they didn't use it well. They didn't use it well at all. They had a few opportunities. I watched the highlights. I was watching the score and some live commentary, but Milan was just better. They didn't do a few. They didn't have a few good games, but this game they did all right. They created a lot of opportunities. That's the issue with the Milan. This Milan, they make the opportunities. Rafael Leo is pretty good. Modric is pretty good. Fafana, a lot of others. Of course, Jimenez, Pulisic were injured. Also, Rabiot is, I think, injured as well. Yeah, but nonetheless, there is not a good finisher in there. Like someone to just be there, finish. They need their Inzaghi, to just finish for them. And again, that Son moving to Milan seems the best option for them going forward. Let's see if it happens. We don't want to stick with Milan so much. Napoli stayed on the top. Inter defeated Hellas Verona, another team that didn't win. Hellas Verona. Inter defeated them, went to the top. They defeated them 2-1 or 3-1. Let me check. It was 2-1, I think, yeah. And they went to the second place. Milan stayed in the third place, but of course with a win. So they changed their form, and Rome now in the fourth, um, which is not great. They could be on the top, so yeah. Let me drink a little bit water. Um, yeah, that's about that. The biggest chance for Rome to equalize was at 81, 82 minutes. Dybala got a penalty, which Manion saved. The captain giving you the win, which is very important because the goalkeeper's job is to save you points, make you don't lose points in the long term in the league. That's your job, and he's doing his job well. So that's pretty much from this one. I wrote it too much together, dense, and I can't read it. Okay, let's go to the Premier League. West Ham won against Newcastle. Against Newcastle, Newcastle is having a good form, and West Ham having a win was a rare thing to happen. But they won in their home. Finally, a win for Nuno, and maybe a change in their fortune. We should see. We should see. Too soon to say anything now. Man City again, Bournemouth. Sorry, I actually watched a bit of this match, not all of it, but a bit of it. I think I watched till Man City uh, uh, scored their third goal, and then I just was, yeah, it's enough. The thing about the match was that, of course, Holland was amazing. I think he scored two of these goals, if I'm remembering right, or yeah, two of these goals, and the other one was O'Reilly. Yeah. The thing about Bournemouth was that they were in the second place. Man City was in fifth or sixth. Um, of course, they were one of the last games, so I don't remember. The table was changing a lot. But fifth, sixth, Man City was at that place. And the thing is that Bournemouth really played like we're the second team of the league and you're fifth, sixth. Not that we're playing against Man City. Um, they were not cautious at all in their defending, in the first half especially. And of course, Man City scored. Like, what did you think? They took defending so light and so chill and high lines, and they didn't mark the mans perfectly. They didn't do good in the defending at all, and when they were behind, there were not too much for them in the attack either. So I think their arrogance, or maybe the fact that if we play with fear, we will get defeated nonetheless, kind of thought, um, brought them down. So yeah, that's about that. That's what I got from that match. Bournemouth maybe should have realized they're playing against City. So yeah, Con defeated Hamburg 4-1. Con either receives so many goals or scores so many goals. It's just they don't know any better. Sorry, I guess just need water. And Hamburg had two red cards in that game. Hoffenheim defeated Wolfsburg. That's all from Bundesliga. I didn't watch it. I didn't care much about that. If I want to be honest, those games in La Liga, the biggest game, of course, was Barcelona against Elche. Jamal, Fran, and Rashford scored, and Elche, of course, scored one. Biggest thing is that after the breakup, kinda, or separation that Yamal had with that, what's the name of that woman? Nikki Nicole, something like this. Uh, they said they're separated. Of course, I didn't want to cover such a thing. Except now everyone are saying on the internet that, oh, Yamal will go back to his prime because he was occupied his mind, and now he can focus on the game. And he scored, so maybe they're right. That's the only reason I'm talking about these things. But yeah, interesting if it's true. Betis defeated Morocco 3-0. Anthony scored twice, almost a hat trick. He had the opportunity, so great game for him. Another great game for him. In Spain, he's doing pretty good in Real Betis, and they love him so much. What else? Lecce defeated Fiorentina 1-0. Fiorentina was such a fighting club, but it seems, and they are still are, but it seems they lost a little bit of, I don't know, maybe confidence now, maybe whatever it is, they have problems and they didn't win a single game. And they're a good candidate for relegation if things don't change. So, yeah, not very good. Going to France, League One Lens won 3-0. As I said, they're doing pretty great this year. Strasbourg defeated 4-1 against Rennes, which is, I didn't see that coming. They're not doing, their form is just very good or very bad. Like they can't be in the middle. Lille won their game and Lyon had a draw with a red card against Brest. And yeah, that's all for this one. Nothing to say about yeah, nothing else. Uh, am I missing something? Let me check. Shakhtar defeated Dinamo in 3-1. They got their revenge. Fenerbahce defeated Besiktas 3-2. Very interesting game because Besiktas scored 2 goals. Both of these teams are in Istanbul, so kind of a derby. Um, they are rivals in some sense, and Besiktas scored 2 goals, got a red card, and 3 goals from Fenerbahce, which is very interesting. A red card can do a lot, so someone says that someone should say that to Chelsea. Celtic again Rangers. It was a cup game, and um, again a red card. I didn't plan this, but exactly what I wanted to say. Rangers got a red card, and it was 1-1. Celtic scored. Rangers scored the last minute goal on a penalty, not very last minute, but in the 90 minutes. But they were 10 men, and eventually they just couldn't handle it, and it was 3-1 in the end. So Celtic goes to the final of the Scotland Cup. In tennis, football is done now, I think. stays, MLS in the end. In tennis, Sinners won the Paris tournament, and it's 1000 points. So, and this made Sinner go to the top of the ranking on ATP. So he's now the world number 1. So I was right all along. I didn't make a mistake. No, Sinner was just not there yet. I was too soon to say that. That was the only problem. So Sinner is now world number 1. On NBA, Spurs lost. Wow. Knicks defeated Bulls again. Wow. Change of forms a little bit. Another win for Thunders, of course. Who didn't see that coming? And yeah, that's it. Heat against Lakers. I watched a bit of it, not all. It was too early in the morning, and I was sleepy, so I fell asleep again. I watched a bit of it. I'm a Heat fan, so um, Heat was behind for 14 points, I think, at some point when I stopped watching. What I saw from that match is that he defends well, then he can't cash it out. Simple. They can't. They don't go in. They don't do well on free throws. They're not doing well throwing 3 pointers. It's just they need better offensive players. And even in draft, they always focus on defensive players. I don't know what's going on. I know it's a defensive team. I know the mentality, everything, the strategy, always defensive team. But they need someone to cash out on their opportunities when they're doing the defending well. You know. That's about that. Heat also play Clippers tomorrow. I try to watch it, or today if you're watching it late this video. And what else? NFL, yes, NFL. Bears defeated Bengals with 47-42. Crazy. Patriot won again. I think with 1 point difference. Again, crazy. The biggest game of the night was Bills against Chiefs. And of course, the quarterbacks fight and rivalry, and Josh Allen came on top in ways, and Bills won their game. Chiefs maybe not in the Super Bowl this year. After how many years they were? 4, 5? No, in a row. How many is it? They won two, three, four. I don't know, but maybe not this year. There are better teams. I think Colts are better, and Bills are better, and there are better teams. Of course, and maybe Chargers. There are teams to stop them. And yeah, talking about the Steelers against Colts. Um, I watched this match and it was fantastic. I'm a Steelers fan. Colts having all the offensive records, all of it. They're like the best offensive, and some of these records are for decades record. And since I don't know 2000 something, that they didn't have such a good offensive. So, and defense of the Steelers was not good. In the last three games, they were horrible and not a good form. And you would think you would get destroyed. Yesterday, I said I will watch it like this, and yeah, I was planning to, but the defense was insane. It was, I think, it was the best defense I watched Steelers play. I said it. Yeah, I think so. They had the whole season. They had like four turnover calls. In this game, I remember at least five. So it's just insane how they did good defensively and they made it simple and they just played the best game they can. But the offense actually wasn't doing as great as you expected them to do. But nonetheless, it was a win and it was pretty joyful for me to watch it because my team won, of course. And we're, after two losses in a row, we're again on a good form, though it's a very, very tough future till the like regular season finishes. For Steelers, I think they should play against Lions. I'm just saying by my mind. I'm not looking at anything this time. It's Lions, it's Chargers, it's two games, one game or two games against Ravens. They have tough games to come, and Ravens are doing it good again. So yeah, that will be tough. In MLS, there were some games played. The only one worth mentioning for me is that Son with LAFC went to the next stage and are facing Thomas Muller with Vancouver. And Messi's game is on Friday or Saturday, depends on where you will live. And yeah, that's about that. That's today's video, and hopefully I see you tomorrow with a like, comment, subscribe, please, for this video. And yeah, have a great day and see you tomorrow. Have a good day.